Imagine diving into an ocean where the smallest creature could glow like a star, and the largest predator could swallow a car whole. Welcome to the prehistoric ocean, the most dangerous place Earth has ever created. Long before humans walked the Earth, before forests, before birds filled the sky, the oceans were already alive with strange and terrifying life. The prehistoric ocean was not peaceful. It was a battlefield of evolution, where every creature was either a hunter or hunted. And some of the creatures that lived there were so strange that if they appeared today, most people would think they came from a science fiction movie. But here's the first mystery. Some of the most terrifying creatures in the prehistoric ocean were not dinosaurs at all. Dinosaurs ruled the land, but in the water, entirely different monsters dominated the seas. Around 250 million years ago, during the Triassic period, the oceans began filling with massive marine reptiles. One of the earliest was the ichthyosaur, a creature that looked surprisingly like a modern dolphin. But this resemblance was not because dolphins descended from them. It was something scientists call convergent evolution, when completely unrelated animals evolve similar shapes because they live in similar environments. Some ichthyosaurs grew to over 20 meters long. Their eyes were the size of dinner plates, some of the largest eyes ever evolved in vertebrates. Why such enormous eyes? Because they hunted in the deep, dark ocean, where light barely existed. But the ichthyosaurs were not the most terrifying hunters of the prehistoric ocean. Something even larger was waiting in the darkness. By the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, the oceans were dominated by giant marine reptiles. One of the most famous was the plesiosaur. With its extremely long neck, small head, and powerful flippers, it moved through the water like an underwater dragon. But scientists believe its strange body had a specific purpose. The long neck allowed it to sneak its head into schools of fish without moving its massive body. Imagine a silent predator slowly extending its neck through the water until suddenly snapping shut on its prey. But even the plesiosaur had something to fear, because another predator was evolving that would become the true ruler of prehistoric oceans. Meet the Mosasaur. At first glance, it looked like a giant sea dragon, sometimes reaching over 15 meters long. But what made mosasaurs truly terrifying was their jaw. Unlike most reptiles, they had a second set of teeth inside their mouths, called pterygoid teeth. These teeth helped pull prey deeper into their throat, making escape almost impossible. Fossils show mosasaurs eating fish, turtles, seabirds, and even other mosasaurs. The prehistoric ocean was not just dangerous, it was brutal. But here's something even stranger. Some of the most successful predators in the prehistoric ocean were not reptiles at all. They were fish. Hundreds of millions of years ago, the seas were ruled by armored fish like Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus had no teeth. Instead, it had razor-sharp bony plates that formed a powerful beak. Scientists estimate its bite force could reach over 8,000 pounds. That's stronger than most modern sharks. And when Dunkleosteus bit something, it crushed it instantly. But the real mystery of the prehistoric ocean isn't just the creatures that lived there. It's how many of them disappeared. Around 66 million years ago, something catastrophic happened. A massive asteroid slammed into Earth near what is now Mexico. The impact triggered global fires, earthquakes, and tsunamis thousands of meters high. The oceans turned dark as ash filled the atmosphere. Food chains collapsed, and within a geological instant, most marine reptiles vanished forever. Mosasaurs disappeared. Plesiosaurs vanished. The age of the prehistoric ocean giants was over. But here is the twist most people don't realize. Even though those terrifying sea monsters are gone, their legacy is still alive in today's oceans. Modern whales, dolphins, and sharks now occupy the ecological roles once held by prehistoric giants. In fact, Some scientists believe the extinction of marine reptiles opened the door for whales to evolve millions of years later. In other words, the oceans we know today exist partly because those monsters disappeared. And somewhere beneath the waves, the descendants of ancient survivors still swim. Silent reminders of a time when the oceans were the most dangerous place on Earth.